We finally got the new thick tank for STARSEED, aka Iliana. She looks amazing. If you haven't pulled yet, before you watch this video, go pull. It's worth. Let's talk about why it's worth pulling. Okay, this is not a should you pull video. No, this is a you need to pull video. Let's talk about why this is the best tank in the game and is doing better already than my Itus, who is LR5 260k CP versus 200k only as LR. Just got it as an LR. This is the first time we get like an actual tank, an actual character that feels like can tank anything coming her way. There's multiple reasons for this, but before we start, as usual, hello the internet, welcome back to the Waifus. I am Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Iliana, the tier list updated, of course, why she is so good and why you need to be pulling for her. Now, the best thing about the STARSEED is that there is no limited characters, so you are good just going for a few copies and then over time getting her on your wishlist when this banner ends. So there is no rush per se, you are good always, right? You don't need to be pulling for LR5 every banner. But I would recommend getting as many copies as you can. So let's go first over the tier list, then we'll go over why she is there, and then we'll go over how to build her a little bit on how you should be building her batch wise and everything else. So first things first is the tier list. The tier list right now, as you can see on the current meta, we have added clearly the new tank right here, Iliana. Okay, she's on T0. There is no discussion on this. In fact, when we're talking about defenders, she's the best defender in the game. She can be on her own on top of everyone else. But I don't have to do like Nike, where I have, for example, T0, T0.5, T1, T1.5, T2, T2.5, right? Like, I don't want to be doing that because it's only more confusing for people. It's only more confusing to maintain long term. There's gonna be a T0, current meta, really good girls, and Iliana is in this category. Now, why is she here? Why is this tank so good, right? So if we come to Iliana and you check her kit, her skills, you'll see that this is a character that gets damage reduction on basically all her skills. She's getting heals on her own and she's doing thorn damage and she's providing the biggest shield in the game as far as I remember. I might be tripping on this one, but I think it is. If we go to her ultimate first, as you can see, the Blossom one is going to be giving a shield to everyone on the team of 1300% of her defense, which is already pretty high, and all her badges you want to go for defense. And she will also cast a level 3 EP charge speed for everyone for 9 seconds. This is really strong. Not only that, but all her skills, if I go here to her passive, all her skills will have Rose Binds, which is damage reduction up to 30 stacks, which is really powerful. Each stack is going to be giving you a 2.9% damage reduction, and as you can see, you are getting Thorny Rose here, you are getting Rose Binds in here. The Thorny Rose is basically dealing damage and restoring health for Iliana herself, and she's getting this all the time, and she also gets damage rest up, and she's also doing the thorn damage itself to enemies. So she's a character that will tank everything, heal damage back to the enemies a little bit, it's not a lot, but it's nice, and also heal herself. So she can sustain herself pretty well on her own. You only need one healer on the team, and then you can put 3 DPSs. For the most part, you will put 2 DPSs and support, or 2 support and 1 DPS. It depends what you're running, but for the most part, that's gonna be it. Now, Sefhi, Itus also puts a shield, so what is the difference with this? Well, if I go to Itus and I go to her Blossom, max level, level 4, this is a 340% of the proxy and defense shield for 5 seconds, right? 1 second for 5 seconds. So as you can see, that's 340% versus at level 3, right, on a Blossom, 1300% for 7 seconds. This is a shield that, depending on how much EP charge speed you have, you'll be able to keep up super consistently, and you can tank boss mechanics with this. For example, the current sorry, not here. The current boss for the guild raid, I don't remember the name of the skill, but you can tank his flare with the shield from Iliana. That's how good it is. You cannot tank the burn damage, but you can the big AoE. So that's why she is so good. Now, how should you be building her? Considering that her shield scales on defense, I think it's not surprised that you need to fully go into defense on everything you're doing and EP charge speed on the last one. Now, you could be running only 2 defense on the last batch and go for 3 EP charge speed instead, but I prefer running triple defense. The more defense you can get on this character, the bigger those shields are going to become, and the tankier everyone in the team becomes as well. So if you can go all defense, go for that. And the website has been updated with her badges as well, and a few more badges that were outdated, so feel free to go and check it in there as usual. The other thing that has been updated on the website is the wishlist, because now you can put finally Kanata on the wishlist, and you should be putting her, of course. Kanata is a really strong character when it comes to the computator side of things, so if you have not added her yet, make sure you are. Now, for me, my Kanata, I'm gonna be changing my Melissa, because it has no value right now having Melissa. And when this banner ends, you also wanna be putting the new girl, aka Iliana, on the wishlist. But you should be putting her, absolutely. Also, if you are someone who doesn't like reroll badges when it comes to the academy and every character, right? Remember that they added a auto reroll function. So now you can come here and I can go basically and say, okay, I want this badge to be specifically an LR badge, right? So I want to be this triple defense. I want to put everyone here, right? That is close to her for defense. And I want to reroll this automatically until I get auto reroll. And I want to go triple defense, and I want to at least get an S on all of them. So now it's super easy to be rerolling. I would not go for like any specific grades because it's expensive. I'm gonna be doing it just so you guys can see it, but it's really expensive. So I would only go put everything on C and then focus on the specific stats you want. So if you want triple defense in this case, go for that. But don't focus too much on the grades, and this will automatically go and roll for as long as it takes, as long as you have the tickets to keep it going. Now, that said, that's why Iliana is so good. I'm gonna be leaving this on the background re-rolling for a little bit to see how long it takes. But that's gonna be this video when it comes to the tier list, the updated Iliana version, and everything going on with the game right now. This patch was pretty good when it comes to quality of life and things that they have implemented in the game. So super happy with that. And next banners should be or can be skipped depending on how you play this game. For example, for me, Frederica, I don't care. I'm not pulling on any more light and dark banners unless we're talking about very light. That's like the only exception, because how good she is, I'll try to get one copy if possible. That's it, that's gonna be for this video. As usual, thank you everyone for watching these videos, and I will see you in another 2 weeks for the next STARSEED video when we get a new character. Good luck with your pool dinner dates. See you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことです。